Welcome back to more of my Red Dead revolver analysis. So at the beginning of the game, you can see that Red has a dog. How cute is that? He's a normal, likable guy. Right here we get introduced to the store system in this game, which is basically you get to buy unlockables, new characters, new maps for split screen. But you also get to buy new weapons sometimes. Like here, I believe we buy a revolver and a knife. Then this cutscene introduces us to our first enemies, the ruffians, the bandits of the land. If you get a look at them, they're pretty fucking ugly. They look like enemies from like the bad guys in JoJo. Look at this guy with his teeth and this dude with the cracked face. This smile will haunt you in your nightmares. So the bad guys in this game are ugly as fuck. They're very evil. Right now I'm just getting my bearings in the gameplay by getting used to, leading the shots. This game takes a lot of muscle memory, and it takes a long time to reload with the early weapons. So these first few levels are actually just tutorials. Here we learn to swap between our pistol and our long arm, which is new. We also learn how to use cover. Now cover is essential in this game. It keeps you safe, but the enemies use it too, and it can be annoying when the bad guys use cover. As you can see, we were also introduced to Deadeye. We flew past it really quick, but I'll show you some more of it right now. So Deadeye, it's not like out in Red Dead Redemption, there's different levels. In this, you just have every character that you play as uses their Deadeye for a different ability, right? So Red, the main character you'll be playing as, tags a bunch of different spots and then fires all the rounds at once, or very quickly back to back in succession. It is very hard to use. There's a huge learning curve. It kind of sucks when you first start. You're going to be like, this shit sucks. People will go behind walls and just break it. You can't turn your screen too much. It is very annoying. But despite all of that, Deadeye is so necessary, I don't think you can beat the game without it. So Red, as a dick, steals this poor guy's cart. And here you can see before every mission, you get to pick out your sidearm, your long arm, and any throwing weapons. Obviously, once you start the mission, you can carry a ton more, and to get more of these, you buy them or you pick them up in missions. Don't you miss that in old games, like in Hitman, where if you wanted a gun, you just had to grab it in a mission and carry it out? Well, that's how this game works too. So here you can compare the stats, you can repair your weapons for a small price. Usually before missions you can go back to the shop if you want to buy something. So, continuing the story, Red is trying to get a bounty collected for these bodies, but this sheriff doesn't have any money. This is kind of just establishing him as a bounty hunter. Not really anything too crucial to the revenge narrative. Except for this part right here. Yeah, if you're going to say damn varmint, you're going to be put down like a varmint, apparently, because that's just how this media goes. So, this is a playground. They kill our dog. The developers of this game kill our fucking dog just to give us an excuse to practice our Deadeye. And as you can see right there, did pretty well. I killed one guy. It's basically free shots. And at the beginning, when your guns are this weak, you need every shot you can get. So, this is a great excuse for us to take cover. I'm telling you, cover in this game is perfect. It lets you freely line up a headshot with no risk to yourself, as long as you're at a good angle. If someone is behind you on the same side of the cover that you're on, you're obviously fucked. When the NPCs are taking cover, yeah, you have to go all the way around to shoot them. You can even have eyes on them and shoot them, but at certain angles, they will be completely resistant. Here, I'm showing off Deadeye, right? We tag a bunch of spots. We tag all 6, I believe. Maybe just 5. And we open fire. Only kills one guy. But that's a free kill that we don't have to line up and we take no damage. You'll take what you can get because this game does get very hard later on. And another mechanic here is the duel mechanic. I don't know if they have this in Red Dead Redemption, but you take the right thumbstick, you move it down towards your gun, and then you move it up towards the target, and you paint them. And the more accurate the crosshair, the more powerful the shot. This guy was easy to kill. He's extremely slow, and the game also gives you some help. It feels like they speed up how quick your gun locks on. So right now, not a big deal, but later on, that can filter some players out of the story because it gets a little tough. I don't think it's that hard, but I don't want to sound like a dick. It is very hard. Now here you'll see how the bosses work. They usually take no damage unless they're in the state. Like it's like a puzzle, right? So this guy, we can't hurt him unless he's carrying the sheriff. And you don't want to shoot the sheriff because he has a health bar. The safest and fastest way to do it is, you guessed, Deadeye. They're really reinforcing the Deadeye in the cover in these first few missions. Because as the game gets harder, you're going to need everything you can get. So this is the beginning of the game. We learned how to take cover. We learned how to use Deadeye. Deadeye refills every time you get some kills, and you can only have a certain limit on it. And then you just tag some targets and you press the shoot button to fire. Super easy. These mechanics are pretty fun when you put them all together in some of the more open levels. And the next level is really fantastic. I'm going to talk about the hitboxes, which I know sounds fun and exciting.